We all have experienced the sinking feeling while receiving the restaurant bill, only to find out it was higher than we expected. Setting up and running a restaurant is a difficult job. With the increasing cost of labor, supply chain problems, and the impact of the pandemic, this business receives one of the lowest profit margins each year. So it's natural that the restaurant owners and staff have to use some tricks and tips to increase those margins and make their customers spend more than they planned. Today, we'll be looking at some tricks that restaurants use to bamboozle you into spending more money. Don't believe that you have been bamboozled? Watch the video till the end to find out the tricks with which you were bamboozled. But before we dive into it, please remember that we make these videos for free for your entertainment, and all we ask in return is that you click the like button and subscribe with the notification bell on. They don't use dollar signs in the menu. A dollar sign or the sign of your local currency on the menu is one of the reminders for the customers that they have to spend less money. But restaurants have found a way around this. They don't put the dollar signs on the menu so that the customers are not reminded of the price repeatedly, and they don't become more conscious while ordering. According to research, the people who were given a menu without dollar signs significantly spent more money than those who were given a menu with dollar signs. Even if the prices were written in words, like $20 or $10, the customer ended up paying less because of the negative feelings associated with paying. They let you linger in the bar. You may have noticed that when you arrive at the restaurant a little earlier and your table is not ready, the front of the house leads you to a bar, so you can have a drink or two and enjoy some cocktails. Those drinks increase your bill and make you more hungry, and you are likely to order and eat more. When you consume alcohol on an empty stomach, you eat more and become more expansive with your budget. We're not saying that restaurants try to get you drunk, but restaurants try to get you drunk. They use music to influence your financial decision. You may not know this, but the type of music played in a restaurant influences your financial decisions. In a busy lunch spot, the restaurant uses fast and upbeat music so that people can eat fast and move on, as it helps in the table turnover and they can get more customers. But restaurants using slow and classical music do that to make you feel fancy, and you spend more time there, ordering more food to stay a little longer. Next time you go out for a deluxe dining experience, note this trick. Have you ever noticed that slow music makes your stay and your bill longer? Tell us about it in the comments section below. They use words to get your attention. Words are free to use, and restaurants use them excessively to direct your attention to expensive items. Consider these two phrases. Fragrant slices of Derby cheese on hand-cut fresh brioche, grilled in our sandwich press and served with crisp sage leaves from our chef's herb beds. Now consider a similar item from a second menu. Gourmet grilled cheese sandwich. Both of these things are basically the same, but how they are presented on the menu is very different. The first one is likely to get more attention and sell more than the second one. Just the difference in language affects the sale of the items. Also, when the restaurants use sensory words and adjectives like fragrant, sizzling, and crispy, or words that have an emotional touch and are likely to make you feel nostalgic, like comforting, traditional, grandpa's, you are tricked into focusing on the dish rather than its price. Restaurants cash in a lot from this trick. They use menu engineering. When you sit in a restaurant and are given a menu to place an order, have you ever wondered if the menu could also be filled with psychological tricks? Restaurants use menu engineering to guide you gently towards more profitable items. They use boxes and borders to highlight certain dishes, and use fonts that are difficult to understand to obscure the prices. The menu is designed to get your attention where the restaurant wants it, and it helps them earn a couple of extra bucks. They use mellow lighting. Like music, lighting always plays an important role in guiding your stay at the restaurants. Bright and aggressive lighting is used when the restaurants don't want you to spend more time sitting, so they can have more customers in less time. But when the restaurant uses dim, mellow lighting, it is because they want you to get into a relaxed and cozy mood, hoping you'll extend the time of your visit and end up ordering more stuff and paying more money. Sometimes you don't even realize it, but the restaurant is cashing in on their ambience. They use pictures to inflate your bill. You must have heard a picture is worth 1,000 words. When you are hungry and are waiting to get the best thing out of the menu, you get attracted to the most delicious-looking picture. Restaurants use images to highlight their most expensive dishes. They also do it with the dessert menu. By adding photos of perfectly designed cakes, puddings, and ice creams that have been overly edited, they get you to purchase them and increase your total bill. Have you been through such an experience where you ordered something not by looking at its price or name, but at its picture? If you did, were you surprised when you got the bill in the end? Tell us below. They circulate food around you. What is the best way to showcase the beautiful variety of food a restaurant has to offer? The simplest way is to show you different dishes by passing them around your table. Many restaurants construct dishes specifically intended to catch your attention as they pass through the dining room. One more thing the restaurants do is that they sell the sizzle. You may have seen steak or chicken served in sizzling dishes. Not only does the smell of seared meat urge you to order the same thing, but its sizzling sound also acts as a powerful motivator to go for it. The same is true with small dessert carts and trolleys that circulate throughout a restaurant. When you watch them pass by you several times, you automatically admire them and often order those items you have seen repeatedly. They serve appetizers in odd proportions. You may have observed that when you go out with a couple of friends and order an appetizer, it usually comes in 3 things or any odd number. There is nothing sadder than sharing 3 mini sliders between 4 people. This is actually another trick that restaurants use. They use odd number arrangements, and you have to order 2 instead of 1, so you can avoid getting in a fight over who will have the jalapeno poppers and who will go without. Second least expensive wine syndrome. Next time you go to dine in a restaurant, note the difference in the prices of the cheapest wine and the second cheapest wine. You will notice that the second least expensive wine has been priced higher by the restaurant. The simple psychology behind this is that no one wants to order the cheapest wine. Most people cannot afford the most expensive wine, so they go with the second least costly wine, thinking it won't make them look cheap or ignorant about wines. Restaurants use this mentality and hike the price for the second cheapest wine on the menu and benefit greatly from it. They place the dessert menu on your table without asking. When you are done with your dinner, restaurants try to sell you an overpriced dessert that can strain your bill. Most restaurants don't ask if you want a dessert menu or not, because then you will simply refuse because of being full after the dinner. So they quietly place it on the table, so unconsciously, you grab it and convince yourself to get a halo. They make it really difficult for you to say no to their beautifully crafted desserts. Are you one of those people who cannot resist dessert after dinner? If yes, what's your favorite dessert that you order almost every time you go out? Please share below. They use add-ons to earn a little extra. One of the techniques restaurants use to cash in a little extra on the dishes is by providing add-ons. They may seem simple, like onion rings or potato wedges, but they can cost a lot even though they are made from simple ingredients, like potatoes and onions, which are not expensive. The a la carte side dishes make restaurants a lot of profit. Side dishes improve your perception of your meal, and they cost you extra. They bundle up the items. One of the most universally used tricks by restaurants is bundling menu items, which gives customers a sense that they are getting more value by spending less. People often opt for bundled deals at burger joints and Chinese takeouts because they feel they are getting more for less money. But in reality, bundling items drive up the total revenue from your table quite nicely. So all those pairings that the restaurants promote, where you'll get to try special dishes matched with specific wines, spirits, or beers, are just to get more money from you, and nothing else. Restaurants use their ambience, menu design, and many other psychological tricks to make you spend more money than you anticipated. Next time you go out for lunch or dinner, remember the tricks we discussed today and avoid paying more than your budget allows. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends so they can avoid getting tricked by restaurants. Keep enjoying our content by clicking the video on your screen. See you soon!